Hello there, and thank you very much for opening up this video. I really do appreciate it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bond, James Bond. I'm a health and fitness expert based in the United Kingdom. And today I'd like to talk to you about the similarities between Brexit and the fitness industry, or similarly, what I should say, why the European Union is acting in a very similar way to the fitness industry when it comes to a member who wants to leave. Now, let me explain. Let me just assume, for example, you are a gym member. You've just joined the gym. Now, gyms love it when people join because obviously they get them £30 a month subscription by monthly direct debit. And gyms do all these things to help recruit you in, saying we've got all these facilities, this, that, or whatever. And once you become a member, they're very nice to you for the 21 days of your cooling off period. They'll give you a couple of phone calls, say, we've not seen you in, where are you? They might give you a get results package where they have a structured training program for that 21, 28 days. But once that 21 days has passed, once you're out of your cooling off period, once you've made your first payment, that's it. They forget about you. See, what actually happens is gyms want people to sign up, but they don't want you to come. In other words, they want you to keep paying them every month, but they don't want you getting value for that, for the money that you're paying. Okay, and the reason I know this is because when I was a self-employed personal trainer at Fitness First, what actually happened was one of my primary methods of recruiting personal training clients was I used to every week the birthday list would come out, and I would write to everyone on that birthday list, and I'd just say, because it's your birthday, you've qualified for a free personal training session, please phone me to book in. And I was getting people who hadn't trained for a long time to come back in, and the general manager was none too pleased about it, and asked him why. He just said a gym requires at least a 70% non-attendance to remain profitable. Basically, a gym would like nobody to attend, but they want everyone to pay their monthly subscription because of the lack of wear and tear and space. In fact, we actually had something like 3,000 members, but at best, only 150 members came regularly and basically were making use of the services. Rather in exactly the same way as we've been paying the EU a lot of money, but only a very small proportion of people have actually been getting the benefit of the money that we've been putting in. So you can see a similarity there, but this is where the big similarity comes in. When it comes to leaving a gym, very often there is a narrow window period in your contract where you can cancel your contract, and if you don't, they'll extend your contract unilaterally, usually off at the same rate, unlike energy companies. Now, and a case what I'm about to tell you about will summarise this perfectly. A young gentleman came in once when I was at Fitness First, and he wanted to leave, and I was covering reception, and I said, this is beyond my capacity, I have to call the membership services manager, which I did. Now, this young gentleman, this man said to her, I want to leave, and he says, well, you're out of your contract period. And she said, well, why do you want to leave? And he basically said, I'm not getting value from my membership. I've not been in for 4 years. I can't justify paying £30 a month when I'm not coming in. Now, people don't object to paying for things so long as they're getting value from it. But this man was getting no value from his gym membership. So there wasn't much they could do about that, although he was outside his contract period. And she says, well, if you agree to stay, we'll give you a free get results package. We'll give you a couple of free personal training sessions with this personal trainer, i.e. me. And I made it again funny because, well, you'll be on hours, so there's nothing you can do about it. So I thought, well, great. And basically said, we'll give you a free drinks bottle, give you a couple of free videos to watch, from the video library, this, that, or whatever. But the guy said no, and the membership services manager said, well, you're out of contract. So if you want to actually, so you're still in contract, let's say. So if you want to leave the gym, you'll have to pay for the remainder of your contract. Now, what actually happens is, if you're in a year's contract with a gym, and let's say you want to leave after a month, you have to pay the remaining 11 months in one go, and then you don't have any access to the gym whatsoever. In exactly the same way as Theresa May's withdrawal agreement. She didn't terminate the contract, and therefore what happened was they wanted a full payment for several years to come. Okay, so that's why there's a bit of a similarity there. Now, in this particular case, what actually happened, when the guy went away, I said to Carol, you should have had this conversation with this gentleman 4 years ago. He stopped getting value 4 years ago. You should have phoned him up, got him to come back in. You should be phoning up the members, making sure they're getting value for their services. Well, no, we can't do that because of a lack of space. Well, so you need to make sure that people actually get value for their membership, and they didn't understand that. That's why on my live online stream fitness classes, I make sure people get value. They get regular emails giving them health information. We give them reminders to come by text message and by email. And if they haven't been in for a while, we give them a telephone call, say, where have you been? If they attend well, we give them a telephone call, say, hey, you rocked, keep up the good work. So there's a similarity there. Now, what actually happened in this gentleman's case was he phoned up customer services and found that when his contract ended, ironically, it was a couple of days later. Now, what then happened was this young gentleman came in with his entire family, because they all joined on the same day, and their contracts ended a few days later. So they all came in and they served letters of termination of their contract and cancelled their direct debits. So in one fell swoop, all 4 of them left in one go. And that's what the European Union are worried about. For 2 reasons that they don't want us to leave from this point of view. Number 1, money. When we leave, they're going to be £50 million a day worse off. Number 2, they're worried that other members will be leaving, okay, because it will start the domino effect. So those are 2 reasons why they don't. The main reason they don't want us to leave is basically money. Obviously, they're worried about the embarrassment of us leaving because it shows the rest of the world where it's not a credible institution. They're worried that other people may not join the EU. They're worried that other people will leave the EU. And obviously they're worried about money. Okay, so those are the 4 reasons, or those are four potential reasons. But as you can see, there's market similarities between the EU and the fitness industry. The problem here is we haven't been getting value for that £50 million a day we've been giving to them. Had we been getting a positive return on investment from it, we would not be leaving. But obviously they haven't been giving us value. They've been taking all our money away, but not giving us much back. That's why we're leaving. So I think leaving the EU will be a great thing. Anyway, I hope you can see now why there's marked similarities between the fitness industry and the EU. My name's Bond, James Bond, leaving you shaken but not stirred. Bye bye.